I want to tell you a story about 3 entrepreneurs, 2 industries, and 1 big idea. My partners Joe and Larry and I set off to start a new media company just about 1 year ago. And we knew that that company needed to be at the nexus of both media and technology. And what we really wanted to focus on, that big idea, was content creation, and specifically video, for this new age of the media business that is driven by mobile, by global, and by social factors that we've never witnessed before. The media business has 3 components: creation, but it also has distribution and monetization. And the biggest media platforms in the world, like Google, Facebook, Apple, they aren't focused on creation. They're focused on distribution and monetization. And at the same time, the traditional media companies who would create video are focused on their core businesses of TV and movies. So that left an amazing white space, a huge opportunity for someone to step in to create video specifically for these platforms. And what's great is the media business is being transformed before our eyes. Never before have we seen these experiences of global, mobile, social, and with connected TVs, this is all about to go to a very new and interesting place. And so, as good entrepreneurs, we sat around a table together in between whiteboard sessions, and we would oftentimes share a meal. And a strange thing happened along the way. We started talking about the food around the table as much as this big idea. And then we realized that the big idea was actually right in front of us. It was food. It's a universal language that connects us all. And some of the best moments in our lives are sitting around a table sharing a meal with people that we care about. And, you know, I look back to growing up in Maine. I grew up in a very small town where we grew our own vegetables. My uncle Dick is a lobsterman in Deer Isle, Maine. And so we always knew where our food came from. And I took that same passion for food when I started my own family, and my British wife, Sal, and our kids actually cook, and it's become part of our family culture. And so, you know, I had a passion for food, but so did my partners, Joe and Larry. And so we thought, what a unique opportunity to actually be able to share our personal passions and pair that with our life's work. And that's when, a year ago, we started Tastemade, the world's first global food network built for digital platforms. And our mission is to connect the world through food. And we thought the best way to connect the world through food was actually through media, something that inspires us all. And this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You've heard about this disruption happening around the media business today from some of the other speakers. You know, 20 years ago, some of those amazing brands were built in the early days of cable that met these new niche content demands from consumers. Companies like Discovery Networks or Scripps Networks or ESPN and cable. And we think that same opportunity exists today in digital. But it's going to happen a very different way with entirely new types of talent from every walk of life around the world, freed from time slots, not having to worry about what the studio execs say about their creativity. They have complete creative freedom. And we believe these new storytellers are going to lead to a much better place. And what's interesting is how consumers are reacting. 50% of all of our audience on the Tastemade network is coming from mobile devices. And then over 2/3 of it is coming from outside of the United States. Again, mobile and social driving things like never before in the media business. So we decided to build a studio in Santa Monica to invite all of these people to come and create shows in our studio. We built a 7,000 square foot soundstage, and we offer it up to them for free. Sounds like a crazy business model, right? But what happens is you attract the best creators. And what creativity we saw. I'm going to show you something that we did with Japan Week. We invited the biggest cooking channels from Japan in our network and brought them to California. And then we did something radical. We brought their fans, and we said, invite them. And they came to our studio, and together they were able to, in person, come together to connect, collaborate, and create high-quality programming. And this looks just as good as anything that you find on TV because of these massive advancements that you see in digital cameras and new types of advancements that provides the ability for all of these people to connect together. And YouTube made all of that possible. Now, we've been a partner with YouTube since we started the company a year ago, and I can tell you creativity is flourishing like never before. A new generation of storytellers have access to audiences. They are completely free to tell their own stories. A stay-at-home mom who is able to do a cooking show from her home and earn money to send her kids to school. People who are crazy about barbecue. And of course, the vegan and paleo craze is also inspiring people. So no matter what you're interested in, and no matter what your passions are for food, they are all here on YouTube. And it's our job as entrepreneurs to build a platform and a community to bring all of these people together and accelerate this creativity. Now, let me tell you a little story about some of these people. The Sorted Food Guys. They are the biggest cooking channel on YouTube in the UK. They are bigger on YouTube than Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay combined, and only one of them knows how to cook.
This is Ben, Jamie, Barry and Mike.
Don't mind me.
We are old schoolmates, and together the faces of Sorted, an online cooking community with one aim, to get more of our generation into the kitchen. In each episode, one of us attempts to impress the group with a great tasting recipe, and we talk food at the table.
All right, so going from the UK to where all the coolest people in the world live right now, it's Brazil. This is I Could Kill for Dessert. This is Danielle. She's a pastry chef, and her husband, Paulo, is a filmmaker, and together they have one of the most popular cooking channels in Brazil. And they had this radical idea of taking their show on the road, literally. Danielle wanted to go to pastry school in Paris, so they picked up the show. They rented an apartment on Airbnb with a killer kitchen, used that for their set, and they broadcast their Portuguese language show from an apartment in Paris and partnering with Tastemates. Again, this was done by 2 people, and the best part is VH1 just picked up this show and is now being broadcast on VH1 in Brazil. Now, from Brazil, let's go down under to Australia, one of the most exciting new channels that just started less than a year ago, coming directly from Bondi Beach in Sydney, Bondi Harvest.
All right, guys, Bondi Harvest. We're going to be in my backyard, in the sea, diving into the freshest produce. We're going to go to our local Bondi Harvest markets, and we're going to put it together, and we're going to have a party.
And then coming back to the United States, a pair of a filmmaker, Mira, and her friend Daniel, who's a chef, pulled together this new company called The Perennial Plate, and they travel around the world telling amazing culinary stories. So what's amazing is you can see this new creative class empowered by YouTube, empowered by technology to reach audiences with really high quality programming. But as entrepreneurs, we weren't satisfied with just that. We wanted to bring greater scale to this opportunity. And so last month, we launched the Tastemade app that allows anyone around the world to create their own show directly from their mobile phone in minutes. That's right. You shoot, edit, and upload directly from the phone.
If you're a tourist coming to London, then you have to come to Covent Garden. It is the place to be.
And our best mate in the whole wide world, Jamie Oliver, has opened up Union Jacks here, so we're going to check it out.
What you're seeing here was all shot from the phone, an entire 1-minute show that anyone around the world can do. It's fun, and it's easy, and it's fast, and it's all in HD.
Both Mike and I have got a proper British drum. I've gone for lamb chops.
And I have gone for the banger pizza, which is sausage, English mustard, onion, Obviously, pizza's not British, but all the other ingredients were what this fine country was built upon.
So if you think about Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations, imagine this, in multiple languages all around the world, people who are passionate about food can now have their own show, completely empowered by the age of YouTube.
How'd you enjoy that, you old mucker?
That was quintessentially British, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So let's go get a cup of rosy leg.
So this new generation of storytellers that people were talking about earlier today are hungry for this new type of technology. And we've seen amazing traction just in the last month. We've had episodes come in from over 250 cities across 35 countries and in 10 different languages. And last week we got our first episode uploaded from Mongolia. So my partners and I were all food lovers. And our mission at Tastemade is to connect the world through food. And the great part is while some people love food, others love everything about connecting with their audiences. And so what we're excited about here at Tastemade is to individually form connections with people around the world around the universal language and something that connects us all, food. Thank you.